name is Victoria Marwa Heilman. I'm an architect practicing here in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. I am the Managing Director of Alama Architecture. I'm also the co-founder of the Tanzania Women Architects for Humanity. It's an NGO. We're focusing more on improving shelters, especially for people in need. But we are doing that by mobilizing women to spearhead change. In our organization, Tanzania Women Architects for Humanity, we are running a number of programs that we are empowering women at different levels. We have a mentoring program. This is mostly for graduate students, and we're also mobilizing women, high school students, women in the local communities to go out there and build for people in need. One of the examples that we did was in Tanga. We built classrooms for children with special needs, but we did not do that alone. We went with the secondary school in Tanga. We went with the students from Aridhi University who've been working with us. We also worked with women from Tanga Cement Company to construct. So these are the things that we are doing to show communities, if we mobilize ourselves, and especially if we mobilize women, we can make changes in our communities. So we started this documentary to create a platform where we can empower more women, especially young generation of women who are graduating from the university, to participate in construction. Because what we have seen so far, the trend, some of the students graduate with architecture degree, with engineering, but at the end of the day, they do something else. The main reason for that is they do not really have a support system that can allow them to stay in the construction industry. Well, this title carries a lot of, I'll say, more than just one meaning of being a builder. We are referring to women are builders in construction. You're building something, physical infrastructure, but also women are builders, we're building communities. Women are builders, we're building our homes. If you find like a home without a woman, it may be a bit different from a man with a home with a woman. So women are builders in so many different ways. And this documentary will feature all those different ways, not necessarily carrying your bricks and mortar, but doing so many other things to change our communities. So women are builders. It carries a lot of meaning behind it. We believe this documentary is going to be viewed and it's going to change so many people in a number of ways. If we start at the family level, we have parents who are working so hard to tell their children, go and study this subject because women are doing that. Or don't study construction-related subjects because this is only for men. So we want also parents to know that women can do this. You take a listen to what the mentees and mentors have said, what they've benefited from this program.
Nashukuru TAWA kwa kunikutanisha na menta wangu, kwa sababu menta wangu amenisaidia vitu vingi ikihusiana na kujiamini kwangu. Mwanzoni nilikuwa sijiamini, yani nilikuwa sina confidence. Nilikuwa ni mtu ambaye naogopa, yani nakimbia sema kwenye kama zile presentation za chuo nilikuwa nakimbia kisa tu kwa sababu pengine sijui English. Mwanzo nilikuwa nasema jamani, nakutana naenda na menta mzungu, jamani mimi nitaweza, lakini nikamwambia tatizo langu, nikamwambia mimi sipo vizuri katika English. Akanambia nitakusaidia. Kweli tunatengeneza meeting, tunaongea. Mwanzo niko hivyo naongea broken, so mwanzo hata sasa hivi naongea broken, lakini najiamini na broken yangu. Tangu nilipokuwa nasoma diploma civil, nilikuwa na mawazo ya kujiajiri na nilikuwa nilisema naenda kusoma architecture, lakini sitojiajiri katika architecture. Mimi nitajiajiri katika kitu kingine kitu ambacho kina link na architecture. Nilivyoingia sasa mentorship program, kuna siku meet na mentor wangu Hana, akanambia tuende zetu, niende sehemu ambayo anafanya kazi. Ilikuwa ni Tanga Korogwe. nikaenda nikakuta anafanya vitu ambavyo ni vile ambavyo mimi nilikuwa nawaza kuvifanya nilivyokuwa chuo diploma. And now I have a business about how to using local materials in designing furnitures, and my business called Peacock Home Design. So thank you.
Well, my mentor has helped me with a lot. First of all, she has shown me the importance of women supporting women in the industry. Before, while I was studying, it was very difficult to ask for help since the majority of people in the industry are male, and her being female, it has been easier to be able to ask for help and receive help easily from her. But also she has taught me to be more confident and sure of myself. She's pushed me towards taking a lot of opportunities, including partaking in different architectural competitions and the like. And I was even able to get a prize from one of the said competitions that she motivated me to participate in. So she has definitely pushed me a lot. So after finishing my mentorship program and obviously reaping the benefits of the program in my life, I would like to give a very big thank you to TAWA for actually seeing that young ladies in this industry need the help and need the mentoring. And it's definitely a push for us to also mentor people back home outside of a program. We could mentor our little sisters who decide that they want to study science and go into construction. Mentoring is the little things. It doesn't have to be a structured program. It's simply giving advice, being available for someone who needs your help at a certain time.
First, I'll start with my mentor. Her name is Linda Boyogaba, and she really helped me in gaining my confidence and always pushing me. She has been very supportive. She is a teacher, she's a mentor, and she's a mother, and I know she gets really busy, but she tried to make time every time you have a problem. And whenever I would tell her, oh, now I think I'm going to learn, pottery. She'll be like, yeah, that is good, go for it, Like I do farming, so we would exchange stories whereby there is more to being a woman than just your profession. I think that's something that I have gained from her, that there is more to me than just an architect. Thank you for this opportunity. I have learned more about myself, more about talking to people, more about networking. I have learned that even when you believe that people are close to you, right, with us being all girls, it's sometimes hard to connect because of the things that we like or the things that we hate or the things that we have similar. But TAWA has managed to help me create a sisterhood even outside TAWA, even with friends that are not in TAWA, because now I have something I'm proud of, something I can talk about, something I'm confident in, and thank you.
Nimejoin TAWA nikiwa natambaa, lakini sasa hivi ninakimbia. TAWA imeweza kunisaidia mimi kupata ajira. Shule inachokufundisha itakufundisha itakufundisha kuhusu kwenye vitabu. It's more of theory. Kwa hiyo, lakini nilivyojoin TAWA kwenye hii NGO ya TAWA, ilinipeleka field, ilinipeleka site, ikaniambia nenda. So ile knowledge niloipata darasani, niloipata ARIS, imeweza kunisaidia mimi kwenda kule, kwa nikawa na cope. Nachukua kile nilichokitoa darasani na kiweka kwenye site. Nikiona hiki kama hakiendi sawa, then you ask your mentor. Kwa sababu mentor amekaa kwenye field muda mrefu. So yani una mix the knowledge from your mentor and the knowledge from the class and also yourself. Then una cope kwenye industry. Meeting her, it gave me the opportunity to reach in other regions because she had a project in Mtwara and I had the opportunity to reach there. I had never reached in Mtwara, but it was my first time to be there because of the mentorship program, and she's also my mentor. So I just thank God. I thank God to have her because she made me move from where I was, and I was capable of going to other regions. Also, I just thank God because she supported us. There was a competition in Cairo, so she invited both of us, me and Sohaila, to join the competition, and we did. We thank God from the competition. We had a lot of experience. We learned different programs, and when I was given a task, maybe I didn't know how to use that program. Then I felt like, okay, so I need to learn this program, so from the competition that we joined through her, I had that curiosity of knowing different programs which will increase my capacity in my career as an architect.
TAWA has helped me so much. I have a lot, but few to mention. First, I wasn't a time manager, but with TAWA, which has given me a mentor who was very sensitive when it comes to time. When she was making an appointment, I was to be there on time. So I was nurtured that way. Until today, I'm a good time manager. Also, I learned to be a person who thinks out of the box, who thinks beyond my degree, beyond my certificate. And this is what my mentor was telling me, like I shouldn't only limit myself on the degree I have, I shouldn't limit myself on the certificate I possess, but I should think beyond that. And this has helped me to be a self-entrepreneur who is right now doing my own businesses and earn something for my living. Also, I learned to be creative and daring person, because this has been hard to many people, especially girls, to dare doing things because they're afraid of failing. They have put failure in front of them, but they forget that there are two things, failure and success. But I chose success no matter what. Also, I learned to be a person who creates opportunities where there seems to be no opportunities. My mentor was telling me to apply everywhere, regardless of the advertisement. There are places which they do not advertise, but they have vacancies. If you try, you'll get an opportunity. I have got some opportunity of doing some interviews in places where even my certificate or my degree does not fit. But just because I tried, I just sent my applications and they accepted and they gave me a chance to do an interview. Even though they didn't select me, but I just tried. And this has given me confidence that it is possible to create an opportunity where seems to be no opportunity.
Kuvolunteer TAWA kumenijenga vizuri kwanza, na pia yani kumenionyesha njia tofauti na chuo, tofauti na shule. Yani nilikuwa kwa sababu nimejoin tangia niko mwaka wa 4. Kwa hiyo pia nimepata kujua mazingira ya nje before sijamaliza shule, pamoja na kukutana na watu tofauti, pamoja na kujenga confidence ya kuwa naweza kupractice au naweza kudesign kitu na pia watu wakakitumia, kwa sababu kama hizo projects zilifanyika ni zinatumia, yani watu wanazitumia, na niko proud kusema kama nilishiriki kufanya hivyo. Namshukuru sana Linda Verugaba ambaye ni architect lakini pia ni lecturer UDSM. Amenisaidia sana kwa kweli, amenionyesha njia na yani from school, kwa sababu hiyo nimejiunga wakati nipo bado shule mwaka wa 5. Amenisaidia kucover my dissertation yote, alikuwa ananikosoa na nini nifanye, nini nisome, vitu vya kuniguide, alikuwa yote ananishauri. Na pia nilipomaliza kabisa, yani nilikuwa najua ninayo mtu wa kumuuliza au wa kumshauri. Kwa hiyo alikuwa namuuliza vipi, yani sasa nimerudi mtaani, kwa hiyo nifanye nini, au how do I apply for jobs, au kwa hiyo akanishauri vizuri na akanisaidia kabisa kuandaa my CV na portfolio hivyo. Amejitoa kwa kweli kwa ajili yetu, na kumsaidia mtu yani haikukosi chochote. Kwa hiyo ni kama unaendeleza jamii. Kwa hiyo alikuwa tayari kwa muda wowote na kwa kila kitu kutusaidia kwa ajili yetu. Nashukuru TAWA, namshukuru sana Dr. Victoria, yeye ndo kama ni mlezi wetu pale TAWA. Ametuonyesha njia, ametufungua macho, ametujenga ujasiri na pia ametu connect na watu tofauti. Kwa hiyo unajikuta mtu umekutana na professionals tofauti na pia umejulikana na watu tofauti, kwa hiyo pia tumepata ku expand ile network yetu.
Ni program nzuri, imenifanya nifurahi kuwa katika hii program. Nimejifunza vitu vipya, nimepata connection, nimepata exposure. For me, naona ni muhimu sana kuwa na mentor, kwa sababu mentor anakuguide, anakusaidia, anakutia moyo na anakupa ideas nyingi na kukufanya kwamba kuna hiki, kuna kile, kuna hiki, unaweza kufanya hiki ikatokea hivi na hivi, kwa sababu ana experience na ni mkubwa kwako. Kwa hiyo anajua vitu vingi kukuzidi. My mentor, Engineer Jen, introduced me to TAWA, and there's this program they're doing, Kawe project sanitation. So TAWA is more like giving back to the community. Those women, wanawake ambao tayari wako kwenye their field, wanajaribu kuwa uplift wale wanawake ambao ndo sisi tuko kwenye, yani ndo tunaanza career. Kwa hiyo katika TAWA ile project ya Kawe ilinifundisha vitu vingi. Mambo ya sanitation, of which is a very big part of environmental engineers. We do sanitation. Kwa nilijifunza, it's still in fundraising, but we did site visitation, and yes, tuliangalia sehemu ambazo zina gaps, ambazo zinahitaji kufanyiwa marekebisho, and so it's still a plan ambayo bado inaendelea, of which it's a very nice plan, and also ni plan nzuri kwangu mimi pia ambaye ninajifunza. Kwa hiyo ninaendelea kujua tunaweza tukafanya nini katika mazingira na katika duniani hapa Tanzania tulipo kusaidia. Hi, Engineer Jen Marwa. Nimefurahi sana kuwa menti wako. Nimejifunza vitu vingi kutoka kwako. Ninakupenda sana. Ninatamani tuendelee kuwa sisters as tulivyokuwa katika hii program. Ningependa tuendelee kushirikiana, ningependa kuendelea kuchukua ushauri kutoka kwako, na ningependa usiwe tu mentor wangu, uendelee kuwa mentor wa wengi, kwa sababu ni mentor mzuri sana, ninakupenda.
Over the course of these 2 years, I have discovered what I wanted, and right now I'm strong enough because I know I have comfort. I have other women like CT, Dr. Vicky, all the women I can go to and talk to. I would love to thank TAWA, TAWIC, and IET Women Chapter for this platform, for this opportunity, to me and my fellow women. And I think whatever you're doing, you should keep doing it for the sake of other women who are coming in the construction industry, for the future of women in the construction industry, but also women as a whole. So far, TAWA and TAWIC, they've been doing a great job. They've been preparing dialogues, and I think if you're attentive enough to attend to those dialogues, it's quite inspirational, because I, for one, I have attended to almost all dialogues. So it has been inspirational because you get to meet women who have been there, done what you have done, and have faced challenges maybe worse than yours. So like you get motivation via attending to those dialogues. So I think the call still remains to us, like we should all try to learn and go out there and get our own inspirations and aspirations as what we want. We shouldn't wait for someone to actually come and call you, but yeah. And I think so far TAWA should keep doing what they are doing, because it has helped me a lot. Over the course of these 2 years, I have discovered what I wanted, and right now I'm strong enough because I know I have comfort. I have other women like CT, Dr. Vicky, all the women I can go to and talk to. And yeah, hi, Miss Comfort. I know you have been trying so hard to be supportive despite the geographical distance. And I think you're amazing, you're doing so well. I think not all women can do what you're doing. The fact that you're a partner in a big firm like APC, you're encouraging, really, to not just me, to a lot of women out there. Like I go around and tell people like, oh, my mentor, she's she's among the directors in APC, and I'm like proud, like she's my mentor. I think you have been supportive, and I'll keep in touch.
one of the things that I'm learning from my mentors on how to build image building in the construction industry as a female, that what image do you need to portray in the construction industry? And this comes out through how you deliver, how active you are, your communication language, on how you interact with people, on how available you are and active you are when you are given something to deliver on time. We are built up and to become very strong women. Whenever we find any challenges, either in business world, out of profession, we can discuss with these mentors, and they give us the real way on how to tackle or to go about it. You're still going to be a lady, you're still going to be a mother, you're still going to be a very beautiful girl, and still a lady in the construction industry.
One of the challenges is working with people who have doubts in your work, who has doubts in your capabilities. So during this program, I have learned that you have to just go for it. Don't look back, don't look at whoever is saying you can't, because you can. As I have reached to some point now, I don't listen to anyone. I don't listen to people who say, okay, you are an architect, so what do you do? Can you do this? Have you ever done this? How can you do it? You are a woman. I said, yeah, I am a woman. And as women, we are multitasking robots. I would like to thank my mentor for accepting this challenge, because working with someone from just somewhere you don't know is kind of a challenge. Architect Jackie Modu, thank you for every single day that you have been coaching, dedicating your time on me. I know it's not as easy as it can be, but I know we got this. As we are women, we are super, and we have every energy to make this industry go further and further.
Amen.
This mentoring program is extremely important. I wish I had it when I was in school or when I just got out of school. I feel like it has really, it would have helped me understand the industry a little better. It would have helped me be a little bit more confident in what I do. It would have helped me learn a lot more, because I remember when I just got out of school, I had absolutely nobody. I just thrown myself out. I went to South Africa, went for interviews out of the blue. I applied for the biggest companies, and I was fishing by myself. But if I had a mentor, especially a female mentor, I feel I would have been more comfortable, I would have been more confident, I would have been less scared of what's out there, and more empowered in what I am capable of. So I think this is one of the most important programs out there currently.
One of the things that would really benefit the community is strong mentorship programs such as this one, because it provides a support network of other women in a similar position where you can learn from, but also connect with and see different opportunities. So I think even it could be expanded to include more lectures and maybe kind of workshops, different things on different topics. I would definitely say mentorship, and since starting on this program, I've actually kind of got myself a mentor in Denmark. So there's a kind of chain of mentors and mentees, and I think, this community is just invaluable for both young women getting into the industry, but also people in management positions, because they've got the opportunity to see it through the eyes of these mentees and to reflect on their own practice and capabilities and opportunities.
For me, this was an opportunity to engage myself in volunteering activities. I feel proud to volunteer to be one of the mentors in this program. It also enhances my CV. In my mentorship journey, I learned a couple of things. First of all, I was a leader. I helped my mentee to fulfill their goals in the construction industry.
So I can say this program has helped me to strengthening my leadership and management skills. And also it helped to reinforce my own study skills and knowledge of my subject, because it kept on reminding me of the things I learned over the past few years.
I can say in general, being a mentor has helped me grow as a person, and it has helped me grow holistically, because personally I have two mentees, each with different characteristics. So when you are in encounter with them, or when you have a discussion with one of them, you have to be there for this one person, and when you go to another, you have to be there for other person. So it has helped me to understand that we are different, and there are different ways to deal with different people, especially if you're serving as a mentor, because these people are looking up to you. They assume probably you know everything because you've been down the road. So they're looking up to you. So there is a way you also check yourself through this before you tell them your story or before you give any advice. It gives you a self-check. And not only professionally, as in terms of career, but also even in the social dimensions, because having a mentor and a mentee, having a mentee sometimes stretch beyond the typical career advice. Somebody sometimes looks for a sister to share with some social issues. So you have to move from one dimension to the other. And generally to say, being a mentor has made it very apparent for me that our responsibilities as human beings stretch beyond ourselves and our immediate families. It stretches to our community, to the people who look up to us as models or examples. And it's a very good feeling because it comes as a package. Sometimes you may receive a message as, "Thank you for today's discussion. It has enlightened me," or "Thank you for being a therapist today." So these are the things that you cannot really measure. It's of high value that you can't put number on them.
Mentorship program is very important. Well, at first when I was approached, the whole idea of just understanding women in construction for me was just a go. I didn't think twice. I just told the team that approached me, this was Dr. Victoria, I was like, count me in at any time. So basically because, and I'm speaking from experience, construction industry, not just in Tanzania, all over the world is a male-dominated field. So basically having to encourage women about construction, it was something that I really wanted to do because given the fact that I'm teaching, every day part of my daily activity is to impact students, to try to tell them that you can go out there, be the best of yourself. So to be able to deal with women in this world now, it was something that I didn't want to pass on this opportunity. So it's something that's very important to be able to touch other women and tell them about construction. So I'm enjoying it fully.
We had people who backed us up to get to where we are. We went to schools, we went to these universities, we went to our communities. I think it's up to us to go back to our secondary schools, to go back to our primary schools, to go back to our universities and reach out to them and give a guest lecture or just go sit and talk to them, because I think the most important thing can happen is when I see you doing your job and I see you doing it so well, knowing that I too can do it. And not necessarily just send campaigns or take a mass of people, but when somebody goes through the same system or the same schools and sees your output, you inspire them in so many ways, and we too can learn from them. So I think that's something that individually, each one of us can do that will have a greater impact and a one-on-one connection that can get somebody who's maybe struggling or doubting to be able to fulfill their goals and go after them.
There is a lot of advantages I gained from being a mentor. One of them is it improved my personal skills in communication, in leadership, in management of time, management of resources, to manage them. I didn't even know I have all these skills of managing people. Also, I feel more fulfilled that I can give my knowledge to other young generation. Another thing is being a mentor, it connected me it expanded my network, my professional network, social network, because I interacted with other mentees, other mentors. I even interacted with the leaders in the program. Being an architect, designing building, having project in the office is not enough, but giving back my knowledge to the society for free, it made me fulfill my goal to help the young generation, to help the community.
This program is very useful, especially for young graduate engineers, because if you won't guide them on where to pass, on where to go to follow the steps, it will be very difficult for them sometimes, and others may even shift and go to other businesses. So I think this is a very useful program. I congratulate TAWA for having this vision of having the very useful mentoring program, and I think it's going to help more young women from one stage to another. They're going to lift more women, and I hope they are not going to end here.
By being a mentor, it made me more focused in my career, because not only that I had to work on things that I know, but also to explain to my mentee. So it made me dig deeper. This program, it had different people with different experiences, so I could reach out for my colleagues, for other mentors to get assistance. So through it, it wasn't a challenge actually, because it helped me to grow. And during this program, mentorship program, it's the time when I got registered. So I think it was a challenge, but later on, it was a helping tool.
I have benefited by being a mentor. There's a lot of things. Professional-wise, this was a good bridge for me, because when I started being a mentor, I was a graduate engineer. By that time I was doing my SIP. SIP is a program that ERB provides, so that you just come out from engineering from school, then after you practice, engineering works. So I was doing my training, civil engineering trainees. By being a mentor, it enabled me to work with my mentees, working, designing. So those part of what I was working with them, I combined and I submitted in my report, and now I'm a professional engineer. Also, personal development. When you start being a team leader, you just create that self-esteem, self-confidence. You will learn new ideas, because your mentees give you ideas, and you also share your ideas, your experience. So I benefited a lot on that. And other thing is, I expanded networks, meeting with architects, meeting with other engineers in different fields, because I'm civil, there's environmental, there's also QS, there is also land planning. So that was good for me, expanding my networking. Other thing is supporting my mentees to achieve their goals. How did that happen? So we were discussing, because they just completed their school, like they just completed their Bachelor of Education of Civil. One that I was mentoring, she's a civil engineer like myself. She was looking for a place to practice SIP. SIP is that program that I said that deals with training you from being a graduate engineer to a professional engineer. So I just find ways on how to do for her to practice. I communicated with different engineers that I need a place, a location for my young sister to join. So I just thank the people who accepted her. As for her, she managed to work in a project whereby it's construction of story building. So that was a success for her. That's also a success for me.
Kwa namna ya kipekee tunapenda kuishukuru Simba Cement, imekuwa pamoja na sisi katika mchakato wote huu wa kuwezesha hii program ya Women in Construction program kuanzia 2019 Septemba mpaka sasa hivi. Na pia ningependa kutoa wito kwa wale watakaotamani kuja kutuunga mkono na kutusupport programu yetu. Karibuni sana, mtusupport, tunyanyuke wote, tuwanyanyue hawa mabinti na sisi wanawake tunyanyuke katika sekta yetu ya ujenzi. Asante.